Hey, what is up, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in. This is where you're going to find the news that you need to know concerning what's going on in the world, stimulus checks, these gas vouchers that they're trying to send out, what the Democrats are doing, what the Republicans are doing. Guys, I have so much information that you don't want to miss, so stay tuned until the end because I've got some very exciting news. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is where we're going to talk a little bit about what is going on with this stimulus check. There are so many people out there that are saying, here's dates, here's news, here's an update. They're sending them out. And to be honest guys, they're only proposals. The Democrats sent out a proposal last week to get a stimulus check passed so that way you guys could get the relief that you need. And yes, I totally agree that we should get stimulus checks that will not hurt our economy. I truly believe that these checks would go a long way considering the fact that many people are struggling right now just to make ends meet. I don't have to tell you about the high gas prices. I don't have to tell you how high these groceries are. I mean, man, it's crazy how much you pay in groceries now. In fact, it may be even cheaper just to run through a drive-through. But that is just the beginning. They're saying that we could end up in a recession because of the things that are going on with Ukraine. Now, the Biden administration is trying to counteract that, saying if we were to propose another stimulus check, then that indeed would solve the problem. But my question is, would it actually solve the problem? Would it be the key to an answer, or would it just be a quick band-aid? I'm all for sending out stimulus checks and doing what's right to take care of Americans. I don't fully agree with them sending $1 billion to Ukraine, even though it may not have been straight money, military equipment, somebody had to make that equipment, the time and effort that it took to get all those things together. And so $1 billion is $1 billion that could have went out to Americans that have to deal with this high inflation. I see the comments that you guys post, and let me tell you something, my heart goes out to you guys because I wish that I was just a cajillionaire, trillionaire. I would be sending everybody out money because I don't want anybody to suffer. We are Americans and we're supposed to help each other out, but that's kind of not what the Biden administration has been doing. I'm not pulling for Republicans. I'm not pulling for Democrats. I'm pulling for a one nation that would come together to do their job. I'm not pulling for either side or supporting either side. I just wish that they would put their differences aside and take care of us American people, because we have to live and we have to put gas and buy food to put on our table, put gas in our vehicles to go to work. And I'm going to tell you something, it's hurting our pocketbooks. If you have to buy medicine, if you have to go out and buy clothes for your kids, if you have to do any of that, you know that it costs a little more money than it did last year. And I'm going to tell you something, the cost of living has went up, but our pay hasn't really went up that much. I mean, really, when's the last time that you've had a raise? When's the last time that they've sent you a bonus check because inflation has gone up so much? It hasn't happened. And we're waiting day by day to see when the Congress will pass this bill. I've asked the question, should Joe Biden pass an executive order to get a stimulus check out? Many of you guys said yes. I also asked, would you prefer a gas voucher, or would you want Joe Biden to sign an executive order to cancel $10,000 in student loan cancellation? It's up to you. Which one would you have? And so many people said, we want another stimulus check, $1,200 of 3 payments, and that would help us get through the year. I can promise you guys that I'm pulling for that. You saw my last video where I signed the petition, and I'm telling you guys, I'm hoping that they send this check out to get you guys some relief, because I'm going to tell you something, it's been hard the last couple of weeks, and it doesn't seem to be getting any easier. So of course, I've got some news for you guys about the 4th stimulus update. And doesn't everybody? I've seen the comments that says everybody talks about the 4th stimulus check, but then nothing's set in stone. Listen guys, this information is what they're posting every single day. Those articles that we're reading, we're just trying to gather any information to keep you guys updated. I promise I will let you know when this happens and when the bill is passed. But for right now, we can only hope and read what they're posting every single day. We do our research and we want to bring you guys the most up-to-date information. And so what I found, I want to show you on the screen so that way you see the date and you see exactly what I'm seeing and the news that they're putting out. So let's jump on the screen. Okay guys, so right here, Friday, March 25th, 2022, this thing was updated. Fourth stimulus check update, millions of Americans could receive payment. All right, so let's keep reading. A trio of Democratic lawmakers proposed a bill last week. Now let's talk about that. The proposal doesn't mean it's passed. They're just trying to get something moving, trying to get something signed so that way they can send out stimulus checks. But it doesn't seem like it's moving anywhere because we haven't heard any updated news. That would introduce a new nation stimulus payment aimed at offsetting the escalated price of gasoline. Should the bill pass, millions of Americans would be eligible for stimulus checks in any month with the national average gas prices exceeds $4 a gallon. So this here tells us that everybody, millions of Americans would be eligible to receive a stimulus check if gasoline was over $4. So this answers the question that whether you're a senior, whether you're on SSI, SSDI, going through a veteran disability, guys, you would be getting a check. This would go to everybody. If you're living in a city, in a state where gas is over $4, then guess what? You're eligible for a stimulus check. And this is something that the Democrats are proposing, hoping that they can get this passed and get you guys the relief that you need. And I'm all on board, and I truly believe that they should make this happen. Let me know your comments down below if you truly feel like this is the best move for America, that they should send stimulus checks out. And here's why I asked that. Let's take a look at what the Republicans are saying about the Democrats proposing a gas stimulus check. So here we read 3/25/22. That is today at 2:27 Eastern Standard Time. Stimulus check update. Republicans call the Democrats' gas rebate idea a disaster. Now, before we jump off the edge and before we get crazy and we want to bash the Republicans, you always have to stop and think and say, why are they saying that? We have to look at it from both sides and say, okay, what is the best possible solution? Understand me, I'm all for the stimulus check, but I had to figure out why. I was curious as to why the Republicans are saying that this is a disaster. And here's why they're saying this. As Americans face inflated prices at the gas pump, as well as higher food costs, several Democratic members of Congress have proposed a stimulus check plan that would ease the burden on consumers, but a number of Republicans have come out against the idea. So we know the rebates and the $100 here for singles and $200, $400 for couples. We get that over $4. We understand that they're going to send out money, a stimulus check, and just depending on where you're at is depending on how much you're going to get. This is why they said what they said. Democrats want gasoline stimulus check. GOP Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee tweeted on Thursday, "Let's deal with the root cause instead. It's time for the U.S. to restart the Keystone Pipeline, drilled domestically, and become a net exporter of oil and gas." Senator Marsha Blackburn said, "Why do we keep putting Band-Aids over the problem? Why don't we go ahead and get the right things moving forward so that way we don't keep falling into the same mess? Let's get this Keystone project going so that way gas prices can go down tremendously and inflation would go down, and that way Americans would be able to afford the daily essentials." So my question is to you, do you truly believe in her statement and what she is saying is true? Do you truly believe that we need to get this Keystone project, get our mind and our focus towards this project, this pipeline, to get things moving. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Now, for my thoughts and opinion on this Keystone project, I'm all for getting it started because that's a long-term fix. But I also think that they should send out stimulus checks now because people are struggling now. That Keystone project would take several months, several years just to get going in a way that it would affect American people with the gas and all that. Because let me tell you something, a lot of it ain't even set up yet, so they would take so much time to get that moving. Would that provide jobs? Yes. Would that set us up for a bright future? Yes. But why can't we have the best of both worlds? Why can't we take care of American people now and also get this Keystone project going? We can. So why isn't it happening right now? It's because you have two sides that are fighting against each other, trying to get their own thing passed. And the problem is that Americans are suffering. So that's why I remain neutral to say this. I wish that they would come together to come up with a resolution that would help balance out what they're trying to do to take care of America and the American people. I never want to see anybody struggling. I never want to see anything bad happening in our country or any other country. I hate what's happening in Ukraine. I mean, Biden's already calling Putin a war criminal. And yes, he might be that, but let me tell you this. Things are happening behind the scenes that one day we might end up in a war. But then what happens to the American people who had nothing to do with this thing that's going on in another country? Guys, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know how you're feeling. And this is a channel where you can voice your opinion without being bashed. And guys, look, let's respect one another, okay? Let's treat each other with kindness and respect, because my thing is this. I want everybody to voice their opinion and have a platform to say, you know what, we should be doing this, because I've learned a lot from you guys, and I appreciate when you actually take the time to comment, to post, to watch our videos. It means the world to us, and this is why we're motivated to do these videos, to keep you guys updated. So what about the dates, John? What about the dates that you put in the thumbnail? So let's talk about the dates, and that's some exciting news. So after so much research and going through all this and listening to the news, what they're trying to do now is get some things passed before August. You know how they take that long break? Well, they're trying to get things done, and they're trying to get it passed so that way by August, people can be getting these relief checks. And I'm all on board, and I can tell you this. I honestly think they're going to make it happen. And I'm super happy because I know you guys have been waiting for that fourth stimulus check. I know you guys have been waiting for it. So I'm super happy that they're going to make some things happen. But as of right now, the date that is given is around that August time. It's not set in stone, but at least they set a goal and a date that they're trying to hit. So that is some exciting news. And I hope you guys are excited because it is coming soon. So just keep holding on and keep fighting the good fight of faith. Know you've got somebody in your corner that is praying for you guys, that is here to say you can do it, and just keep holding on. Guys, I appreciate you so much, and that's why we're doing this huge giveaway. I want to give back because you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and all the time. You could be doing a whole lot of other things, but thank you for watching this channel and showing your support and love. It means the world, and I will do my best to comment back on each comment and just show you guys the respect for your time that you so much deserve. Guys, let me know if you signed that petition. Let your family know. Share the videos. Say, hey, look, True Life Investing has signed the petition. Let's all jump on board. Let's get it signed, and let's push this thing forward so that they can send out checks for our seniors, for those on SSI, SSDI, those that are struggling. Everybody who's struggling needs a stimulus check. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for more videos to come. And if you have any questions or you need anything, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. All this information will be found in the description below. The link to the petition will be in the description below. And if you have any trouble, just send me a comment and I'll get those links right your way. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm John Muro. Peace.